What the fuck, movie club? First Scandinavian movie you choose, and it's not Madison, it's not Bergman, it's not von Trier. It's fucking Död Snö. Or Dead Snow, as you call the dub version. It's not at all that it's a low-budget zombie movie. I love zombie movies, and I enjoy gory B-movies. It's just that this one tries a bit too hard and falls dead because of it. My guess is that the writer-director duo had been sitting on this movie for a really long time, and when their first movie turned out to be a success, they jumped on the first chance to make this movie, even though they really didn't have the budget to make it properly. So they had to cut a lot of corners to make it look like the big movie they wanted to make. And the movie suffers a lot because of it. I don't know if you can tell when you're watching the dub version or the Norwegian one with subtitles that the acting isn't that convincing and the dialogue is really quite bad at times. Some of the scenes just feels forced. Like how the writer starts as the movie nerd just so he can inform the audience of certain movie cliches. Reminds me a bit too much of that scene in Dusk Till Dawn and list ways they kill vampires in other movies. I don't like scenes like that. It tells me that the director thinks the audience are ignorant. Now, like I said, acting isn't that good, but it doesn't really have to be. It rarely is anything close to good in horror comedies. If you're just looking for a gory comedy, you will enjoy the second half very much. I mean, it's Nazi zombies. It doesn't get any better than that. The action is really, really great. It got that perfect mix of splatter, gore, and comedy all mixed into one big stew. And isn't that what we all just want in a movie? The zombies really look good, and the Nazi uniforms are just badass. Especially the SS and their officer with a lip missing. Some of the comedy scenes get close to other great zombie comedies like Shaun of the Dead. Especially the one where they keep gutting zombie after zombie with a chainsaw, while that really corny redneck dancing music is playing in the background. Basically to make you Americans understand how corny it is regarded in Scandinavia, it's comparable to square dancing. It's really only 40 plus rednecks who like that stuff. We call it dansband. But even here it does seriously suffer from the low budget. You never really see more than 9 zombies in one shot. It's painfully obvious that they didn't have more than 10 zombies in all. The officer, 4 SS, 5 regular soldiers. The last big scene is obviously CGI. There's never more than 5 zombies in a scene where they actually go toe to toe. And again, this could have been such a good movie. I mean, seeing 5 guys run down a hill knee deep in snow isn't that threatening if they don't have guns, even if they're dressed as SS officers. The movie would have been so much better if they just cut out all those attempts to big scenes in favor of some better actors, or have waited until they got a big budget. Hopefully we get like an English language remake of this in a couple of years, when it's gotten a bit more famous. I rarely watched dubbed movies, mostly because we don't do dub in Scandinavia. Vast majority of Scandinavians do understand the other Scandinavian languages, as well as English, and if they paid attention in high school, German, French or Spanish. One of those. So we really only dub kids movies. Watching it dubbed to English just made me think of cheap, old, dubbed kung fu movies. And that actually made you take the movie less serious, and ironically helped the movie a lot. when you didn't take it seriously, it was just a fun, gory comedy. Something to watch late at night when you're overly tired, or hopped up on sugar, or something else.